Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Thursday, so we are here with Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. And Robin has a wonderful guest for us, which I will let her introduce. I know some of you are familiar with her, but for those who aren't, we're going to have her present her and introduce her. Um, we have something going on. I can hear, what is that? Rustling? I don't know. Okay, somebody's mic is real sensitive. Yep. There you go. Yeah, it's crinkling. Okay, guys, we want to thank you for tuning in. We are going to do some wonderful things to help you build your business today. I love this co-host, Miss Robin Shimizu. She always has such great guests, and not only that, Robin is a very dear friend, and we love her. Um, can you hear? Can you hear it? Can you hear that? I don't know what that is. Okay, so very good. I know you are muted, Robin. You're muted. Okay, so Robin, I'm going to have you introduce Jill, and we're going to get this party started today. How you doing, everybody?
Okay, we are so happy to see Jill. I haven't seen you for a little while, so good to see you. We have Jill Weston with us today, and she's the owner of the Breathing Space. It's a yoga studio, yoga meditation studio in Elk Grove, California. And she is a yoga nidra instructor, and she has students, and she teaches. She also teaches teachers. And so we are so glad to have her here. I call her, and I know I embarrass her when I say this, but I call her my yoga nidra guru because she helps me really calm down the chaos. And when I am able to get online and do yoga nidra with her, it is really, really so helpful. I just have to take more time to do that. But anyway, Jill has something very special for us today. We're going to have some exercises actually. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pop off and pop back on and see if that background noise might be me.
Okay. It's gone. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what was causing it.
Okay. But. All right. Well, with that, welcome, Jill. We're so happy to see you today.
Good morning, everybody. Good to be here. So today we're going to do a Better Biz meditation. I'm going to do just part of an activity, and I'll explain more of that later, and then roll into a meditation that will help you. So thank you for being here, whether you're live or on the replay. I asked some of my friends and business friends to join in, and they're there. So this is an activity that will be really, really helpful. Jessie is actually here from San Diego. She's a hairstylist that's had to pivot. She moved recently down south. Had to start her business over, and then her business opened, closed. So I really developed this today. Sometimes I come on and I do a meditation that I know is helpful. This is really honed in specifically for business owners during this time. So part of what we're going to do is, traditionally it's called a brain dump. I don't always like the word dump, but the idea is to get information out of your mind, off of your heavy shoulders. Technically, a brain dump is transferring a large amount of information from one person to another, or the definition is to a storage or retrieval medium, which just means a piece of paper or a flip chart or something like that. So while we're getting going, I do want everybody to grab a piece of paper and a pen. You can also talk into your phone or notes because you may want to come back to your brain dump. So again, what we're going to do is get information off of your brain, off of your shoulders, out of your mind. And the idea, instead of worrying about, well, what's a retrieval medium, I just talk about put it somewhere. So yesterday, for example, a person had contacted me. They really want to come to a yoga nidra training. And I said, well, this was a couple months ago. I said, well, that's great. I said, but I don't have anything planned. Mind you, she had never met me. She was in a Facebook group. She's like, you need to do a training. So it's been in the back of my mind along with a bunch of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Sat down and she's like, give me all the information that you have. Tell me everything that you need. What are you worried about? How are you going to do this? And it was really, really helpful. So again, you're putting it somewhere. I offloaded a lot of what was on my mind and even my heart and on my shoulders. And she was like, don't worry about that. Yes, that's something to think about. Nope, don't worry about it. No, here's how to do it. When I got done, I was so excited and had so much energy about this project. And I hadn't even tapped in yet because I have other things on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
My dump idea is put all that somewhere. It's like you're clearing the space. I remember when I was little, my mom would tell me, you know, you need to go clean your room. And I'm like, okay. Because I was a pretty compliant kid, except I would figure out how to do it my way. So I would go to my room and then I would hear my mom say, Jill, Eileen, and I had my hands on my hips because that's what she would do. You're not cleaning your room. And I would think, how does she know that? Well, what she knew is the way I would clean my room is scoop everything up and toss it in my closet. She didn't hear my shoes hitting the wall. She didn't hear like a thud of clothes. So again, sometimes how we clean, like before a Zoom session, how many of you scoop everything up, you're clearing things out, then you're like, here I am. That's what we want to do with the brain dump. Because in your Zoom background, if you have all that stuff, you're going to be distracted. If you're trying to work on a project in your new workspace, which might, for me, I Zoom out of my closet. I'm having someone come in and help me literally clear out my closet, put up curtains. I'm like, I can't sit here and look at my clothes and look at all my stuff. It's a little distracting. So the brain dump is put all that somewhere. Because if we don't, we're going to stay in overwhelm. So if you're listening in, some of you, if it's nothing too personal and ideally business oriented, what is distracting you right now? May sound like a silly question. I'm not even going to say, are you in overwhelm? Why are you in overwhelm? So jot that down if you're willing. Why are you in overwhelm? And then I'm going to share a little bit. And I see Diana on there that I know. She runs 2 stores, 2 vitamin stores, 2 health stores during this time in Cameron Park and in Elk Grove, which is probably an hour apart. She runs 2 stores during this time.
Wow.
So again, do you think she's in overwhelm? Part of that overwhelm is information. There's so much new and different information. I know for me, I was overlearning too much. I probably sat, let's say maybe 5 hours trying to learn Zoom versus taking 30 minutes and just doing it. 3 or 4 hours on, well, what are the current COVID mandates? Where do I go look for that? So there's information overload, tech overload. I don't do a lot of Facebook Live anymore. Last week I got on because I have a private Facebook group for Yoga Nidra free replays. And I was like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to do a Facebook Live. I go on there, do everything I normally do. I'm live. And all of a sudden I'm like, it looks like I'm going live from my personal page. I have a few people commenting, but usually in the upper right-hand corner left, I'll see there's 5 people. There's 10, like right now I'm looking at our feed. I can see there's 10 people watching. I looked down, I was like, I don't see if anybody's watching. Am I on the wrong page? And I was like, why is Facebook either changing their platform or how come I can't?
Yes.
So information overload, tech, the mandates of open, close, open, don't open. I got really excited yesterday. One of my friends, and I see Diana saying television, and I'll break in a second for comment. I see this Facebook post from 2 of my friends, and it's some discussion about gyms being able to open. And I'm all excited because I'm considered a gym or a fitness center. I click on the link. I'm like, oh, it's Arizona. So what was significant is my body changed. And many of you have heard me talk about the nervous system, that fight or flight. It wasn't a horrible thing. I was in fight or flight for a moment because I was like, adrenaline. I might get to open. Okay, what do I have to do? I did, again, 10 minutes of fast stuff in my brain that really was, so I had 10 minutes of a body response probably in 30 seconds. Then I was like, oh, this is Arizona. While I live in California, it doesn't matter. So there's tech information, changes, mandates. This is how you can open. Yes, you can. I didn't put in for the PPP loan. And then somebody said, well, you might because there's some more money. I put in, I thought from what they showed me, I was going to get this much. Woke up to an email today saying, okay, you get this much. Do you still want to say yes? It's all good because it's money and it's help. But that was another roller coaster. I was like, oh, I might get that much. I go to sleep. I'm thinking of things I'll use it for. I wake up and I'm like, no, it's here. You have 8 weeks to spend it. No, you have 24 weeks to spend it. Pivot. No, stay with your business. Don't give up. So those are all the things that put us in overwhelm that sometimes we forget. So I'm going to stop for comments, and then we'll go into the brain dump.
Okay, so Diana says television is a distraction or something that's causing her to be overwhelmed. And then Diana has this comment: hearing everyone's feelings, and some have broken down in the store crying, overwhelmed. Wow.
Yes, having to, depending on your business, what I call holding space for people, helping. I've even had people talk about shame or guilt that they'll say, Jill, how can I advertise? How can I feel good about keeping my business open? How can I ask people for their money when people are sick or dying of COVID?
That is, yes.
Protests, being asked sometimes to close down for certain things, or give your money here, do this for this organization. So even sometimes shame or guilt receiving, and most of us on the call, because the friends I know and my family that are on the call, we're all helpers. And so this is a really hard time for us sometimes to hold space for people.
Is that what you call it, holding space for people?
Because I use holding space, yeah.
Okay, because I called it solitude, but also I think that was one of the reasons it stopped one of my businesses, was the fact that I felt like, how can I ask people to shop at a time like this? Yeah. When in fact we're all shopping. That's why Amazon's doing so well. Mm-hmm. But for some reason I just didn't feel like I could make the ask in this environment.
Yeah. And that's something, again, that's really important, because I don't want to tell people, you have to know for yourself what feels right. So I'm not going to give you a lecture about yes, you should or no, you shouldn't. But this brain dump exercise is designed for that. Like, you might say to yourself, I just can't quite get started. I don't know why I gave up my business. For Diana, I don't know why I come home tired. My sister's on the call. They have 2 indoor gyms and indoor mentoring.
Oh,
so for them, they love kids. They do great work down in Solvang. There's a lot of issues among them of frustration of why they can't do some things. If you don't know that that's actually weighing you down, you might just say, I'm sleeping a lot, or I'm indecisive, or, how come other people are popping up new Instagrams and other people are doing this, and what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with any of us. We just have to figure out what's going on in here, and also what's going on in our hearts. And that is a part of business. Why are you doing what you're doing?
We have one more comment here from, this is enabling my procrastination. I think it's fair.
Yeah. Can we not, again, if you're concerned about asking people for money or to look at your products or even click on your link, it's easy to go, let me look on Facebook, or let me watch Netflix, or let me read a book.
Mm-hmm.
All those might be okay, but are you doing it to either relax? Are you doing it to learn? Or are you doing it to avoid? And the more you look on Facebook, the more you look on TV, the more you're going to see images of what you should be doing. Like I was watching a little TV last night, and again, many months in, it crossed my mind. I was like, we're seeing very normal images. And I actually thought about my little 1.5-year-old nephew as he's growing up, and they don't, luckily in a way, they don't have much TV where they live because of signals. But I thought for young kids watching TV, very young kids, they're seeing normal life. So they're seeing people hugging, they're seeing people sitting in cars together, but that's not our reality. So as I'm watching, a couple times I was almost like, they're not social distancing. And then I had to remember, it's TV. We're not seeing normal TV of social distancing and businesses out of business. We're still seeing those normal images. And that, I think, is creating some overwhelm.
Oh, because we're getting nostalgic? Are we getting nostalgic about this?
Maybe nostalgic could be part of it. Like, oh, I wish I could. Like when you see an ad and it's a grandmother hugging a child, you're like, well, I can't do that. Or you're seeing an image that is almost teaching the brain, this is what's normal. Think of cold or flu season. It's cold or flu season. Take your Mucinex.
Yeah.
I think it's a little subliminal. I'm like, no, I don't use Mucinex. I go see Diana at the health food store. But those images are still what the world used to be, but it's not our reality. And I think Jessie said, everything's right on. She's been avoiding or fearful, saddened by the division, even having to, and I say having to, not everybody is, but most people feel like they're having to be careful what they say, be careful what you post, because it may be too political, or it may be oppositional to masks, or just different than people's feelings.
Oh yeah, all of that piled on top of what we're going through.
And what if you're saying something that, the majority of your clients don't like? You could say, well, it really doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want.
And you can.
Affect your business. If you think it's going to shift how people, like, I like my relationships with my clients. I don't ever want to do anything to hurt their feelings. And I still need to run a business. So I had some thoughts, like when I decided to do an outside event, I tried to find the mandates, which I couldn't find. Some people were like, I don't even feel comfortable joining you outside. And I just said to them, that's fine. Don't worry. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to hurt you. But yeah, all of that, when we don't know, again, it's in the background back here. We're like, why does my shoulder hurt? Why does my neck hurt? Why does my stomach upset? Why can't I sleep? So with the brain dump, I'm going to show you just the first part of a brain dump of getting it out. And I'm going to add my little unique innovation of a meditation to help you pull some of that up. Okay. So any other questions?
Nope. I just need to know who's watching today so we can give them a shout out. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? It's good to see you. And Diana, we've got a number of people over here, and we just want to say we thank you for joining the conversation. So we're ready.
All right. And we'll do let's say about 6 minutes or so that we're not on too long today, because I'm sure people have a lot to do. So again, brain dump, if you joined us, you're transferring information, or as I call it, like put it somewhere. We're going to figure out the things that are in your brain, on your mind, on your shoulders that you need to put somewhere so that you can get clear. So grab pen and paper, or you can have a voice recorder, or just sit there. I don't like to tell people what to do too much, especially in this time. There's no rules for the brain dump, except it needs to be really, really fast, and you're not going to jot down sentences. It's going to be just words. So what I want you to think about is everything that is on your mind right now, every thought, every story, 1 word, 2 words, doesn't matter, even if it's random or silly. Okay. So you can close your eyes, leave your eyes open, ready, set, go. Write down or record or think everything that's on your mind. And since I can't see you, I'm assuming that you're not sitting there with nothing on your mind. But if you need some prompts, family issues, family stuff, business issues, within the business issues: money, tech challenges, new ideas, old ideas, physical things that are on your mind. And I can see the two ladies in front of me. They're not having any trouble at all. So I don't think too many problems. Keep going. And again, make it fast. If your pen has stopped, keep your pen moving, because now you're ruminating, you're thinking. Keep that pen moving. If you're talking into your phone, keep talking. If you're just joining us, we're brain dumping everything that is on your mind. Then I want you to put pens down, stop talking. Robin, put that pen down. And now I want you to close your eyes and take an inhale, loosen your jaw, and exhale that out. Take another inhale, loosen your jaw, and exhale that out. And now I want you to go back and dump again, this time just business-related thoughts. Ready, set, go. Business-related thoughts. Make it fast. Keep that pen moving. Keep talking into your phone. Don't worry about what you're coming up with. It can be silly. It can be random. It can be things you don't really want to hear. Keep your pen moving, moving, moving. Just business-related stuff that you need to put somewhere. And keep going, 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 going. If your pen stops, you're thinking too much. Go, 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 go. Business-related stuff that you need to get rid of. And then put down your pen. And take another breath. Notice if your throat is tight, if your shoulders are tight, even if you were gripping that pen really hard because you were like, "Ugh," let all of that go through a couple breaths. Just noticing how your body feels. Notice the top of your head, down across your face, and release. Notice right between your eyebrows and see if you can relax that area, letting go. Relax your shoulders, your arms, nice Terry, your hips, and all the way down to your toes. You can scan again from the top of your head, down across your face. You can even shrug the shoulders up and down. Let the hands rest easy. Feel yourself sinking into whatever you're sitting on, and let your legs be heavy. And now I want you to see the one task, pick one business task that you do want to take care of. Just one task out of that brain dump. And when you see that, take an inhale and exhale. Take another inhale and exhale. And imagine yourself completing that task, that business project, or even just the start of it with a little bit of ease. I love it. I see Terry smiling. See the possibility of just starting that task or completing that one business task. And notice how that feels in your body, the possibility of completing that task. Take one more inhale and exhale. You can start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. You can give a shrug of the shoulders. When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes if they were closed. And before we go to comments, this is just one step of the brain dump. I added kind of the unique piece of the meditation to access some of it. You can Google how to do the rest of it, or there's BizChick members that actually have workshops on the whole step. Come see me, or you can take a yoga nidra class or even a 15 meditation to focus enough. But I just wanted people to see what it felt like to, again, put that somewhere, and then also go into the little quick meditation or body scan and see that possibility. Normally, this might be about a 45-minute exercise, but I wanted to give people a taste of like what's possible. Again, for Better Biz, put your stuff somewhere, even if you have to throw it in the closet, and then make space for what is possible. And Terry, I'm going to throw it back to you for just any comments or questions. It's about 8:26.
Okay, so Robin, how did that feel? I mean, I identified one thing, and I had sort of come to the conclusion that if I got one thing done a day, that it would be okay. My mantra for this month is do one kind thing for someone each day, and I would consider that success. So I got to write down what that thing was going to be today and be happy with it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Good.
The thing that I thought was really interesting, Jill, with the exercise also was the first brain dump that we did, which was everything, whatever. And then then the second one was focusing on the business. They're almost identical.
Ah, okay.
I was like, oh my goodness, all of my fear, all of my anxiousness, all of that is not around my personal life. It's about my work.
Right.
And my desire to get going on it is being held back by a lot of these things. And it's like, oh my goodness, this is so enlightening.
Yeah.
That's actually very nice because
we don't always know exactly what's going on. And if you don't know, it's like throwing darts at a dartboard, and you're hopeful. And sometimes that works for some people. I think it's a way to save up your energy and be really, really efficient and just be calm when you're like, oh, that's what it is. Well, here's what I need to do. And I'm sorry, Robin, I interrupted you.
No. I mean, it was so enlightening. It was,
and
I know which one to focus on.
We got a comment here from Lakeisha. Robin, you want to read that?
I brain dump, but I don't usually meditate after. That's good.
Mm-hmm. And then, Brenna's in here. How you doing, Brenna?
Oh, Brenda. I agree, Terralina. One thing completed, be happy.
And then we've got some other comments here.
And Diana Singh says, thank you at Elk Grove Vitamins for supporting the community.
Yeah, well, thank you for putting that up, Jill, because I was going to ask where's her vitamin shop, because I'm feeling like, can we order online? Does she do online?
You can order online. She will deliver to your home. She will do curbside pickup.
Oh my gosh.
Store in Cameron Park. I'll put that up too.
Yeah, so we can support her.
She'll do therapy when you go in the store.
So I saw when she said her customers are coming in there breaking down, right? What she said.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Jill, so you are doing a yoga nidra teacher training? I mean, student training in the
yes, I have a couple things. Friday and Saturday, this August 14th, 15th, I'm doing a yoga nidra immersion, which will be an evening of yoga nidra discussion about what is it anyway, and then a half day on Saturday, and then in November I'll be doing a training.
Okay, so my question is, how do we get in touch with you, Jill, if someone desires to take that training, or someone just wants to do yoga nidra?
I'm going to put that in the chat.
Yes, well, they can join your online class. We've got some comments. We got comments coming in here, Robin. So I'm going to put them up if you'll read them.
Okay, so Tiffany Escobar they're watching. Let's see. Tiffany says, good morning. Let's see. Thanks, everybody. Hello. Huge Jill fan here. That's Jessie. Um, Kathy Escobar says, hello. Jill's amazing. That was great. Hearing everyone's feelings and have, oh, okay. We read that one already from Diana.
Yes, we're down here with, I've got it on the screen. Can you see it?
Oh, Diana, what keeps me going is meditation with Jill every night. I just let go.
You didn't tell us that was possible, that we could have meditation every night if we wanted to. You need to tell us. Okay, hold on. Cameron Park Vitamins. Okay, so we can look you up on Facebook, or where do we find her?
She's both Elk Grove Vitamin Store and then Cameron Park Vitamin Store, both on Facebook and Instagram.
And then Jessie says, I needed this so much this morning. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, Jill.
Oh, yeah.
Really.
You're welcome, Jessie. Thanks for joining.
Okay. And then, so it's Cameron Park Vitamins. And then when it comes to Jill, this is how we're going to find her on Breathing Space on Facebook, August 14th and 15th, Yoga Nidra Immersion. Okay. And then this is your website.
Yes.
www.ourbreathingspace.com.
And Instagram is Breathing Space Elk Grove, and just look for the little logo.
Look for
Jill,
her,
I wanted to compliment you.
I
wanted to compliment you
on an event too. If people are sick of being inside, I'll be doing, I'll put that up in the link also. And that's Saturday, August 22nd, a summer slowdown. We're going to be outside, outside in the shade.
Oh, okay.
I have a friend who has a mobile bar. She's converted this really cool trailer, and it's called the Gypsy Tipsy. It will be non-alcoholic. So I don't do yoga nidra with alcohol events, but she's going to bring her trailer out. And so we'll do 2 meditations. You'll get unlimited mocktails and just have a chance to be peaceful during the day.
What is this?
That is Saturday, August 22nd. I'll put that up.
Is it local?
It's out in Wilton, so it's for you.
This is the event in Wilton.
45-minute drive. And I don't usually do there's only this many tickets left, but there are only, I think, 9 spots left, because we will be.
All right, guys. So if you're looking to get out and get some fresh air,
I'm excited because all of those 3 dates are open on my calendar.
Good.
So I might do that yoga immersion thing. I think that sounds really, really fun too.
Yeah, during a regular session, I don't talk a lot about what it is, because people are just in that zone. But sometimes they're like, well, why did I feel this? What was that? Why do I feel so relaxed? What's happening in my brain? So we'll have time it's almost like a mini teacher training. You're just not getting all of the tips, and people were really wanting to know more about it. I've done some in person, and because now I know how to Zoom, I'm like, well, I can just offer it on Zoom because I know how to Zoom.
There you go. We're all learning new things. I just want to thank you guys. If you have any questions, make sure to put them over in the chat. Robin, I'm going to let you wrap this up, and then we're going to say goodbye. Thank you so much, Jill.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me. It's always fun.
It's always so fun to have our guests, every Thursday, and Jill is a very special guest for us. We always get to have an exercise and always learn new things. It's very, very fun. Thank you, Jill, so much for everything. And then next week on the 13th of August, we have Linus is going to be back with us. So that'll be fun. And then after that, we have Tamika scheduled. So Dr. Tamika will be here with us.
Yes.
And then after that, we have Lakeisha. So we have the whole month of August. And I wanted to also let people know that if they feel like they would like to join us and they have a health tip or they're in the wellness field, contact me and we'll talk, because I'm always looking for great guests. So anyway, I am just grateful that I have such a huge community of people that are able and willing and help us out every Thursday.
Well, I want to say that if you are looking to join Biz Chicks, just text Biz that must be my microphone. Hear it? To 33777. Who knew? Let me turn myself down a little bit. But it seems like I'm the one that's rattling. I apologize, ladies. So it's 33777. And again, we just want to remind you that tomorrow is Friday. We'll be talking tech and English, Jill.
I need that. I need English.
Yes. And one of the things that BizChicks does is a tech playground where you can come in and ask about these things like how to Zoom, different things. In the meantime, we want to remind you, we'll be here at 8 o'clock talking tech and English for business. And we want to remind you, don't forget to go to the front of your own line. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.